Hey, Isme, what have you been up to this year with your podcasting?
Oh my God. I'm still alive for one thing, but I've learned so much and I'm ready to share it with whoever's interested in knowing what this journey's been all about.
I'm super excited to see you. How have you been?
I'm glad to see you. It's been almost a year since we did our podcasting together, and it's been a pretty interesting journey, that's for sure.
How's it been this year? How have you made it through the whole year doing podcasting?
I have no idea. I really don't. It's been a wild ride. The whole podcasting thing is a huge endeavor. It really is. And most people don't really know that. If I could summarize it in just one sentence, I would say it's been a year of madness, mess, mistakes, and even magic.
Well, I just wrote down what you just said. Madness, mistakes, and magic. You got to tell me more. Like, what does that mean? Because I have no clue how to start a podcast, and I know that you've been through a lot, so I'm looking forward to hearing about some tips and tricks, but also about the madness, mistake, and magic.
Yeah, well, I'm here to say, you know what? If you can handle all of that, the magic, the mess, the mistakes, and madness, then you're ready to handle a podcast. Because I actually think we need more voices out there, and that way we can learn from one another. But I've got some tips.
Well, you got to tell me.
I would say the first tip that I have is you got to be prepared for the madness and to work really hard, what they call the hustle. You got to be prepared to hustle. And a lot of people don't realize that, hey, there is a ton of work. And unless you are a big podcaster with a team of people and a lot of money, you've got to be a jack of all trades. You've got to learn about the lighting, about the sound, about how to work Zoom, all the other technology that goes into some kind of online podcast. So there is a lot. And then you're also getting guests and calling them up and formulating questions and then running the podcast. So it's a lot. The list goes on and on. But if you resonate to that song by Michael Jackson, he says, you got to be starting something, right? And I'm one
Right.
of those kind of people, and I know you are. So, we're stuck with, with doing all this and the madness that goes around it.
Absolutely. I mean, it really sounds like you had a lot to learn.
Yeah. And if that isn't enough, the steep learning curve, you also got to be prepared for continuous learning. So that's my tip too, because everything is changing. The YouTube algorithm is always, always changing. So you don't know what the criteria are from one day to the next. It's usually over a couple of years, but so it's, if you don't know what the target is, it's hard to know how to hit it. And even if you find out what it is, they might change it up on you, right? So, and then with AI, which is going to revolutionize our world, um, in the podcasting world, it's going to be something really big. So to keep up with all those changes is you pretty much have to be everything everywhere and do everything all at once, you know.
Yeah, I think it's must be a little overwhelming with the AI and dealing with that.
Yeah, now I don't want to scare anybody because um there is a lot to do, but I'm just keeping it real so that people have a realistic understanding of what it involves. Because of that work and learning, my third tip is you better love what you're doing because it's great to have goals, the goals to share information and inspiration because that can help others. But if you're not enjoying the process, you're not going to go very far with it. I don't know if you know, Denise, 90% of people that start a podcast stop after 3 episodes.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, it's called pod fade. There's a whole lingo that's around all this podcasting. So while you're doing your podcasts, you're also learning about doing the podcasts, how to do them better and so on. So,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. And if you go beyond the 3 episodes, then you are ahead of most people. And I have about 25 at this point. Um,
Yay.
yeah, it's not bad. Um, although,
You go, girl. You go.
it's great, but there I'd have to podcast a lot more frequently in order to, be more successful. But there's a reason I don't,
Why is that?
because I guess my fourth tip relates to it. You have to understand that this is a huge lesson in self mastery. And by that I mean, you have to be able to control your emotional well-being, your thoughts, your behaviors. You have to have a self-awareness of, you know, your energy and your health, and then have the balance to run the rest of your life. There are people in your lives, and you need to make sure that you're not running yourself into the ground because it is very all-consuming. So I understand from listening to many podcasters, and it is even addictive. So if you've got that addictive personality, it can be rough. And I have heard of people who have burnt out,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, they have burnt out because maybe they thought, I'm going to post something every day.
Well, you don't look like you're going to burn out, so that's a good sign.
Well, the good thing about self-mastery is I've had 70 years of experience in self-mastery, learning about my fears and all of that. And, that inner critic, those are the things you've got to manage. And the nervousness, even being in front of a camera. It's really interesting because there's no crowd here. You shouldn't be nervous, right? But you get nervous because
Well, I'm still nervous.
because it's being recorded, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
somebody's going to see it.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
So what else? What else do you have as tips? I love these so far. It's really helpful.
The good news is that, you can, with practice, get better at self-mastery, you know, and I think these are great skills to have. How do you manage your energy, your inner critic, your emotions, your health, your, family life, your life outside of podcasting? You got to have some balance. Now, I'm lucky that I'm retired. And even though I have 100 things on my plate, that has nothing to do with podcasting because I have an elderly mom, I have young grandchildren, I've got children. They still need some guidance or some connection. got a partner. So, there's all of these things. And it's almost like, that circus act with the plates on a stick.
Oh yeah.
Most
Yeah, yeah.
people, yeah, it's like you are constantly moving all these pieces, these sticks on the
It's
plate.
good imagery.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's what it involves. But I think these are really important skills to have in this crazy world because look at the world. Everything is changing, everything is shifting. So I'm really happy that I'm learning, these.
Well, I'm very impressed at what you've been doing. So tell me, is anybody watching?
Yes, secretly, I guess people are watching, which is a good thing. I was surprised I got any viewers or subscribers. It's because, I was dabbling in it, trying to learn as much as I could. And it was more of a hobby. And as a small channel, I did get subscribers pretty quickly. So let me just thank all these people that actually hit the subscribe button and is supporting me on the journey so far. Um, so yeah, I really, really appreciate them.
It's really great to hear that you have followers and that they're liking and sharing and subscribing. It's really important um, to get people to, get the news out, get the information out.
Yeah, and it really, really does help uh, with the YouTube algorithm. The more subscribers, the more likes, the comments, and all of that. That really helps to push out the content, the information to more people. So it'll be recommended to more people. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and like and share and all of that.
So, can you just give me a little bit more information of what it means to subscribe? Does that mean you have to pay or what does that mean?
No, there is a button on YouTube when you watch these videos, and you just hit that button and you're subscribed. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. When it's free, if you like the content, hit the like button. These are all things that really support this podcast so I can continue to do more. Thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe.